Most times, the success that we desire in our lives is not achieved because of the inability for us to be able to remain organized. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Tamia Dawkins here. Super excited to have you to join me. If you've never seen my face before, I would love to invite you to go ahead and subscribe. When you subscribe, you know exactly when I put out new videos. Don't forget to hit the little bell. On this channel, you find all things connected to living the intentional lady life so that you can live a life and build an amazing business that I know that you'll absolutely love. Organization in life can really help you to produce the success that you're looking to achieve within your life. Now, it's important to mention that planning your own life successes is super important. It is absolutely a must. It is not enough for you just to be motivated by the success that you see other people achieving within their lives, because doing that can be super frustrating as you are walking your own path, achieving your own personal goals. Having a proactive mindset just simply means that you're the type of person that usually likes to be proactive and on top of things rather than reactive to the situations that occur within your life. A proactive mindset is not inborn, but it is something that is developed through consistency and absolutely through hard work. As a wife, a mom, a business builder, a leader in my local church, and also a lady entrepreneur in the online space, it is super imperative and it is a must that I stay in a very proactive mindset. So in today's video, I am going to teach you how you can go ahead and organize your life as a lady boss so that you can get on top of the different things in your life ahead of time instead of just kind of flying up to the moment. The tips that I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna go ahead and break them up into bite-sized pieces so that you can work on them step by step. Now, there are several steps that I follow and several systems that I put in place within my life and also within my online business endeavors to be able to keep things moving smoothly in my life. And if you watch any of my past videos, then you most oftentimes have heard me say millions of times that I have learned not to believe in balance. I believe that there's no such thing. And if you are a real person and you have real circumstances that come up in your life, if you're a wife, a mom, a boss, then you recognize that this is the absolute truth. No matter how much we try as human beings to make sure that we cross every T and dot every I, life will inevitably always happen. So my perspective of teaching you some of the systems that I've implemented in my life and also in my business to keep things organized are based on what you can consistently do in terms of the habits that you develop to get these things done. But then at the same time, we definitely want to keep room and space, especially in terms of our thinking, so that if anything does come up, we don't go crazy about it. Now, it's important to realize that some of the systems that I'm going to share with you have developed as I've gone along the way. Some things have worked well in terms of different things that I've tried, but some of the systematic things that I do to keep my life and business organized came from my development as a young girl. And so there are certain things that my family instilled within me that caused me to become who it is that I am today. So here are the systems and the strategies that I use to be able to keep my life absolutely organized as much as possible as a lady boss. Now, the first system that I created was putting together a time block schedule. I have a video that I go ahead and link right here that you can go ahead and watch so that you can learn how to put together this time block schedule. And I usually use time blocking to be able to keep up with dentist appointments or doctor's appointments within my time block schedule calendar. Now, since I have different appointments that are on a habitual basis, what happens is that this time block schedule gives me the opportunity to be able to get consistent alerts to my phone and also to my desktop computer and my iPad, because everything is connected to the same system. So what I went ahead and did is I just carved out a time block amount of time to be able to achieve a particular task or to remind me about a particular appointment. So you definitely want to get time block schedules in your life if you seem to not remember things because of the fact that you have a lot on your plate or a whole lot of kids just like me. So tip number 2, to be able to keep things organized in your life and in your business, you're gonna go ahead and get an actual organizer. Now, I know that We have everything in a very digital way in terms of the time block scheduling calendar that I just mentioned that's connected to Google on my desktop and on my phone and on my iPad. But I think that it's really important, if this works for you, that you go ahead and you get an actual organizer. And so what I do at times is I place this organizer right next to my bedside so that before I go to sleep, I have the opportunity to be able to jot down the things that I need to do for the next day. Now, the reason why this is super important in terms of staying organized is because it's important to make sure that your mind is organized as well. And so when you have so many different things that you're juggling in your life that you have to do on a consistent basis, like me, it's important that I go through what I call a brain dump to kind of get everything that maybe I haven't finished within that day out of my system onto paper so that it feels like, okay, it's going to get done. Or either the things that I know that I need to do the next day can go ahead and get jotted down so that I don't forget within my organizer on my bedside. Now, the thing that I love about actual organizers as well is that some of them come with notes within the actual organizer, like journal note spaces or a page. And so one thing that I think is important is that you can jot down something motivational that you've learned within that day that can keep you pumped for the next day, or either within that morning when you pick up the organizer that you're writing in to look at your to-do list, you can jot down a motivational scripture or a motivational quote that you can hold on to throughout that day. And so for instance, today for me, I looked at a Bible scripture and I've been thinking about it thus far throughout the day. In tip 3, I'm gonna have you to go ahead and start looking into getting a journal. Now, I think that some people think that journaling is for maybe like little girls, but a lot of people, especially people that are in the space of encouraging people in terms of coaching or in terms of business coaching or any kind of motivational self-development space, they find that journaling is an absolute amazing way for you to be able to clear your thoughts. Kind of like what I mentioned in tip 2 with regards to you jotting down motivational thoughts in terms of your organizer. Now, there's a trendy thing that a lot of YouTubers do, as well as people that are in that online coaching space, and it has to do with something called morning pages. Now, with morning pages, you literally sit with your thoughts for about 15 to 30 minutes in like a meditational state, and then you go ahead and you jot down everything within that time space of journaling that you want to, that connects to maybe your gratefulness or just different things that you want to positively achieve. And I think in the space of where we live in our country, in our lives, in the world, that this is super important for you to hone in to psychologically know where it is that you stand. So I think that journaling really helps you to be able to, once again, organize your thoughts, and it helps you to really discover where you are in terms of your thinking. Getting ahead of realizing where you are within a mental space keeps you organized, especially as a lady boss or a girl boss. It just helps you to be able to consistently move forward in your life. Sometimes as women in particular, when our thoughts are scrambled or we haven't been able to deal with a thing, it's hard for us to move forward. So journaling or doing morning pages for about 15 to 30 minutes if possible, and sometimes you'll have to just get up ahead of time to get this done. And for you ladies out there that are not moms yet, I think that this is a great opportunity for you to develop this habit before you have children, so that it's something that you do for you as an avenue to be refreshed and reorganized from a mental perspective. Now, tip number 5, in order for you to stay organized within your life as a wife or a mom or a girl boss or lady boss or entrepreneur, I think it's important that you put together a cleaning schedule. And so most times, most people that come to my house are, I think, shocked because it's clean, and also because of the size of our space. And so our house is fairly on the large side, and we also have 3 children. And the way that I came up as a young girl, we always had a cleaning schedule. Every Saturday I had to take the clothes in our household, living in New York City, in a cart to the laundromat. That was my hustle. And so my mom started getting me to get in that habit of doing laundry for the family. at about the age of 15. So like I mentioned, some of the habits for me to stay organized were developed. It was a chore that I had to do before I did anything else on a Saturday. So what I was able to do was carry that particular great habit, even though I didn't feel like that at the time, taking all those clothes to the laundromat in the wintertime or in the summertime in that cart with all of the cute guys in my neighborhood looking. I didn't think that at that time that skill was even needed. It was just like, well, Mom, why can't you do it? But I'm so grateful to my mom, hey Mom, if you're watching, that she helped me to be able to develop that skill of staying tidy, because it definitely carried into my life now. And so if you can put together a cleaning schedule so that you can keep your house clean and organized on a day-to-day basis, it will make a huge difference. And so what I'll do is I'll put together an organizational house cleaning schedule so that you can follow my schedule, and then if you see some things that you need to take out, then great. But for the most part, everything applies to the basic normal way that people usually clean their house. And so for instance, you might just wipe down all of the counters in terms of your bathrooms on a Monday, right? From 8:15 to 8:30. And then for me, I know that I have to do a load of laundry every single day with a house full of people, 5 people to be exact, so that things don't spiral out of control. If you do a little bit on a daily basis, then you'll notice that you won't go absolutely crazy having to have to clean every single part of your house on a weekly basis. And so for me, I do a big deep cleaning on Saturdays in the morning, but for the most part, I will keep things tidy throughout the week so that one, I feel comfortable in my space. There's something about me not feeling comfortable in my space if it's not clean, but then also so that I don't feel so overwhelmed. And then I'll have the chance to be able to keep things kind of balanced, if you will, so that I don't get overwhelmed with all of the other responsibilities and tasks and desired things that I want to do outside of always just cleaning the house. And so I put my cleaning schedule on a piece of paper, but then at the same time, I also have it time blocked within my time block Google Calendar as well. So I get alerts on the different days, like Monday through Sunday, for the different things that I need to do in terms of keeping things together in the house. So my 6th tip is to help you to be able to keep things organized as an entrepreneur. And so I have mastered this, I believe. I am the binder queen. I am the file folder queen. I love to keep different things just as organized as possible, because of the fact that I found that when it's organized, when you come into your office area or wherever it is that you do your work from home, things are just exactly where you put them. And so I'll have a fit if my husband is in my office area space and he moves something, so he kind of knows, like, okay, let me put it back. And it's not that I'm being harsh, it's just that in terms of how I work as a creative entrepreneur and just as a person, it's important that I stay organized. And so for your entrepreneurship organization, you can create file folders that contain obviously all of the different things that you need to help your business to be able to run. But at the same time, for me, I also have like file folders that has my daily to-do list in it, or file folders that have my monthly review in it, so that I know exactly where I need to be going and I stay organized literally every step of the way. In the description down below, I want you to let me know which one of these tips that I gave that will help you to be able to stay organized within your life and within your Ladyboss business life. And I want you to also know that in the description box down below, I'm also gonna put a free gift, which is my online lady living guide. And this guide was put together to be able to help you to get on track in terms of your goals, to get things organized. And in that guide as well, which is free, my free gift to you, I also placed a couple of sheets that will help you to be able to really envision certain things in terms of your business. Now, I never want you to forget that I absolutely believe in you. I'm super excited to have you to organize your life and your business. I'll see you again here soon. Ciao.